Hello and welcome to Algebra Unit 1, Concept 10, Lesson 4. Today, our objective is that scholars will solve systems of linear equations using the elimination method. So we're introducing a new method to you today. So, first question, what happens if we add or subtract two equations? So let's take this equation right here and let's add the terms. So we're going to add straight down. So 5 and 3 is 8. Positive 7 and negative 2 is 5. I'm going to bring down a plus here. Bring down my equals, 12, and 1 is 13. Well, what happened? Do we get a true statement or an untrue statement? Let's try it over here. 23 and negative 4 is 19. Negative 8 and positive 7 is negative 1. 15 and 3 is 18. As you can see, we actually get true statements when we add two equations together. Subtracting, we get the same thing. So let me actually go through here and subtract this one. So what happens if I subtract this one over here instead of adding it? So if I subtract, remember subtracting, basically I'm given a negative to each of the terms in here, so I'm going to make this a positive. This becomes a negative. This becomes a negative. So 23 plus 4 is 27. Negative 8 and negative 7 is negative 15. And positive 15 and negative 3 is 12. Well, we still have a true statement. So we could use this method. This is our elimination method that we use in order to solve a system of equations. So let's look at. We can add these systems of equations. Let's look and see what happens when we do that. So if I add this system of equations, a little plus side here, 3x plus 2x gives me 5x. Here's what makes it elimination right here. Positive 5y, negative 5y. Well, that's just going to go away. It turns into 0. And then I'm going to add the other side, what's on the other side of my equal sign. So I have 11 plus negative 21, which is negative 10. Look at this. Now I have a one variable equation I can solve. So if 5x equals negative 10, I can do 5x divided by 5 equals negative 10 divided by 5. It's our DPE. So that gives me x equals negative 2. That's how I simplify it. Well, if x equals negative 2, all I'm going to do is go back into one of my original equations, and I'm going to substitute in my negative 2. So I have 2 times negative 2 plus 5y equals 11. So 2 times negative 2 is negative 4 plus 5y equals 11. I'm going to add 4 to both sides. I get 5y equals 15. And then when I do my division property of equality, I get y equals 3. So now I have as the answer to this set, where x first, then y, negative 2, 3. Well, that's pretty easy, right? So let's look at this next one. Again, I'm going to add my two equations. Once again, I have a positive 3x and negative 3x. This is going to go away. That's going to be eliminated. So combine my x by y's. Negative 8y and negative 4y gives me negative 12y. Negative 50 and negative 34 gives me negative 84. I DPE by negative 12. I get y equals 7. Once again, I put it into one of my original equations. So I'm going to use the one that has negative 3x minus 4 times 7 equals negative 34. So I have negative 3x minus 28 equals negative 34. I am going to add 28 to both sides, APE. Now I get negative 3x equals 6. So I do my DPE, and I get x equals negative 2. Once again, y, then x. So the answer here is -2, 7. Not that bad. Let's look at another set of examples. So in this case, we are going to subtract, because you'll notice here, if I add these, they're not going to go away. But if I subtract one from the other, it'll go away. So subtracting, I have the same thing over here. Subtracting looks a lot like I am just going to change all my signs, right? So this becomes a positive, this becomes a negative, this becomes a negative. So 4x plus 2y is 6x. My y's go away, and that equals -18. I divide both sides by 6. I get x equals -3. I'm going to take that and put it into my equation. So I have 4 times -3 plus 3y equals 3. 4 times -3 is -12 plus 3y equals 3. I'm going to add 12 to both sides, so I get 3y equals 15. I divide both sides, I get y equals 5. So here, x first, -3, 5 is my answer. And then let's come over to the second problem. Once again, I have my x's are alike, so I'm just going to subtract them. So I turn everything to negative because I'm subtracting all of this. And my y's will go away. I end up with -16y equals -112. I divide both sides by -16. That gives me y equals 7. So I've got y equals 7. I'm going to put that into one of my equations. So I have x minus 9 times 7 equals -51. X minus 63 equals -51. I'm going to add 63 to both sides. When I add 63 to both sides, I get x equals 12. So my answer again, x is always first, is 12, 7. Okay, good luck on your classwork for this.